Good afternoon, distinguished audience. 25 years ago, Bruce Beckovitz, an American portfolio manager, has earned a significant return by betting on Wells Fargo, a turnaround bank which had fully made provisions for its bad debt. And to date, in 2018, we observe a similar case here, which is Asia Commercial Bank, who has impressively transformed itself from a legacy bank into the new ACB. And through our analysis, we believe that ACB deserves a buy recommendation, offering 21% upside from the closing price on November the 26th, supported by four main pillars. First of all, favorable industry landscape, leading asset quality, sustainable core earning driver, and compelling valuation. To help you better understand, let's walk with me through the industry analysis. Firstly, the favorable economic condition is favored by the increasing of FDI and GDP growth rate to 6.5% in 2022, surpassing all other regional peers. Rising urbanization together with the middle and upper income is a key driver for retail banking. Growth of SME banking would be fostered by the newly established firms, with 127 firms was newly established in 2017. Secondly, there would be an enormous potential for the number of ATM machines, since that figure in Vietnam is relatively low, only 5% compared to the regional peer. Credit card transaction and number of transactions has increased significantly in the same year, indicating a solid base for future growth in non-interest income. Last but not least, net interest margin and return on average equity in 2017 witnessed a dynamic growth. Adjusted NPL declined to only 9.5%, indicating a clear improvement in asset quality and profitability. Next, let's walk you through the transformation journey of ACB.
For an overview about the business, with 25 years of experience, the bank has successfully positioned itself with strong retail customer base as well as highest credit rating. These characteristics have given ABC the B1 rating upgrade by Moody's, which is the highest rating among joint-stock commercial banks in Vietnam. In addition, the bank has only targeted retail banking at its core business, and the main segment is SMEs. Moreover, the experienced and dedicated board of directors was the strategic main point with which the bank has made a convincing turnaround to a typical time. So, how does ACB stand out from its competition? Ladies and gentlemen, here I will resume you the key reasons that make ACB deserve a buy recommendation. First of all, ACB is an iconic brand with a loyal customer following and prestigious awards. Secondly, the bank stands out from its peers in terms of asset quality. In detail, the bank remains a strong capital base. Likewise, NPL and adjusted NPL stood at the lowest level in the industry of 0.7% and 1.2%. Furthermore, the prudent risk management is evident through the highest LLR among peers of 133%. Loans to risky area restricted with only 6.8%. Last but not least, with efficiency, the bank stands at top 3 bank of the highest net profit per employee. Also, CIR was well managed. So, the transformation journey will be reflected clearly through financial analysis presented by Trúc Quỳnh.
The profitability with ROAE ratio grew considerably thanks to the increase of net interest income, non-interest income, and the reduction of allowance for credit loss. Firstly, ACB is trying to increase the net interest income to boost net interest margin higher over years. At the same time, non-interest income was boosted higher thanks to the recovery gains from bad debt in 2017. ACB also aims to increase CASA over total deposit from customer by 1% because CASA is the main driver to boost net interest margin higher. To reach this goal, the increase in operating expense is unavoidable. Secondly, due to the stable level of operating expense along with the strong growth of operating income, lead to the improvement of CIR ratio. But CIR ratio of ACB will rise slightly in 2019 because of the investment in fintech and human resource. Next, ACB possesses an improvement in asset quality because ACB now clears almost all the bad debt relating to group 6 companies, and the NPL ratio of ACB reached the lowest level and will remain at this level because ACB have a relatively strict loan processes. This is the main driver to reduce the allowance for credit loss for the same region. Loan loss ratio will remain to the stable level after reaching its peak in 2017. Last but not least, the loan growth will remain as lower than the deposit growth, lead to the LDR remain at 78 to 79%. And after witnessing a deterioration of CAR from 2015 to 2017, ACB will witness an upward trend of CAR in 2018 to 2019 thanks to the strong capital formation. The strong financial analysis ratio will lead to a very compelling valuation part presented by her.
We base our 35,000 VND target price with implied PV of 2.1 and implied PE of 7.9 on 3 valuation methodologies: residual income, PV, and justified PV, with a corresponding weight of 40, 40, and 20%. ACB is currently trading at a huge discount from its peak in March and April 2018 due to the investor sentiment. However, the bank's fundamentals have remained unchanged, and therefore, we believe this represents an attractive investment opportunity for prospective investors. Looking at our most updated data on the peers of ACB, we can see that ACB is dominant in terms of ROAE while being undervalued in terms of PB. Representing those data on a cluster chart, we can see that ACB's current PB of 1.6 is just below the median PB from the peers. However, due to ACB's combination of strong asset quality and robust ROAE growth, which none of the peers possess, we have decided to give ACB a 15% markup from the median PB from 1.7 to 2.0. Our analyst recommendations on ACB are buy, with a median analyst price of 43,000 VND, adjusted for stock dividend. This is way higher than our own target price of 35,000 VND. This goes to show that while our recommendation is in line with analyst consensus, our estimates and assumptions are much more conservative. Through the precedent transaction valuation, we can see that foreign investors are willing to pay a premium to acquire stake at Vietnamese banks. This, coupled with the possibility of the Vietnamese government to lift the foreign ownership limit, would further solidify our buy recommendation. To be conservative, we would like to address some key risks concerning the valuation presented by Mylin.
So now we move to the risk analysis. Firstly, the risk increasing pressure on NIM. Recently, big banks are raising their deposit rate together with an increasing average interbank rates that put ACB and other JSB under pressure to raise their deposit rate, forcing them to shrink. To mitigate this risk, ACB focused on restructuring and improve asset quality. Secondly, is the risk from lack of key partner that leads to limited growth in CASA. ACB has not cooperated with any large key partner yet that makes the company least likely to attract a new customer. Meanwhile, other like Techcombank had an extended ecosystem between Dai, Masan or Toyota. However, this ecosystem is considered as double-edged sword, very conservative in every step. ACB will not rush into stimulating its CASA growth. Final is upside risk for merger and acquisition in banking system. From 2012 to now, the number of commercial banks has reduced to 31. This consolidation process reduced the number of competitors in the banking industry, lower the cost of funding, which may have a significant improvement in ACB earnings. Through our scenario analysis, our best case is nearly 41,000 Vietnam dong. Our worst case is nearly 22,000 Vietnam dong. In conclusion, with the benefit from favorable industry landscape, leading asset quality, sustainable earning power, and compelling valuation, we believe that ACB deserves a buy recommendation with 1-year target price at 35,171 Vietnam dong, offering 21% upside from its closing price, implying 2x price to book and 8x price to earning. Thank you for listening.